I actually really want to see if Emileighh switches to Lucario.
Yeah, I could try Lucario, but like it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. Cobalion is really the best.
Okay, Emileigh's going. This is the best of 5, so if I win this, I win the best of 5. I should probably have like a score tracker. I even have the software for the score tracker, so maybe I'll do that next time. I think I go for like a similar setup. Sorry, Crobat and Togekiss. I just don't think you're that good in this particular circumstance. I liked the idea Emileighh went for. It's pretty great, but I don't know. I wonder if air is just a bit too strong. Oh, we got the epic music as well. Game 4. Cobalion. Oh, Cobalion every time.
Yeah, double Intimidate right at the start.
I want to try something. I was thinking about switching in Swoop here, but I think what I'm going to do instead is we're going to Dynamax Max Airstream and we're going to hit Scrafty. I think I can actually KO Scrafty before it can do anything.
Poor Scrafty, little guy. He's trying his best. He's trying his best. He's just too slow.
And we got the Lucario, interesting. So, I think I just click Earthquake and then I Max Quake the Lucario. And the speed boost should keep me in front here. Okay, here comes the Dynamax. What are we gonna get? I mean, this really, like, a mega brain play is the Dynamax to the Lucario and Max Guard. I wonder if we're gonna see that actually. No Max Guard. Okay. And I can get my special defense bust as well. So that's pretty spooky from my end. Volt switch. Okay, we're just gonna whack and bury that. And that's going to do... Whoa, I did no damage. Is there going to be like a support Pokemon coming out? I actually don't know what the other... So Como is going to come out again, okay.
Yeah, the Earthquake is really annoying on a mono flying team. It was a good call. There's just a ton of Earthquaking all of the time.
I actually think I can... just kind of tank the Sandstorm though. Oh, well. Yeah, we're just gonna Air Cutter. And we're gonna Max Airstream. Is this KO combo? No, not quite. But it speed boosts my Swoobat. So my Swoobat's definitely gonna go first here. That 2x bonus. Barry comes in.
Oh wow, Lucario. Look at you go.
Oh, it doesn't quite do it.
Yeah, we definitely did our best here, guys, but fighting versus flying is never going to be a fun time. And he definitely did some really clever things, not taking away from his team at all, but it was always going to be an uphill battle. I would definitely like to do some more mono battles, though. It was super fun to like kind of like look at a limited list of Pokemon that like we were allowed to have and like put together, you know, a team. That was super fun to do.
And then I've got Brave Bird still, and Body Press against full health Cobalion. Oh, that's a bit spooky actually. Hero takes some damage from the stones. Salamence gets Click Earthquake though, so that definitely takes out the combo. Oh, does a bunch of damage to Cobalion. Sacred Sword? Oh. I thought that was going to hit a lot harder than it did.
Oh, that's hilarious. He probably also is Iron Defense Body Press.
And I think I can just Body Press freely at this point. It should do a lot of damage. Yeah, takes out Cobalion, and we win. 3-1.
Okay, so 4 matches, 1 win somehow, 3 losses.
Although we had a massive type advantage, I was expecting that to be a lot rougher. The first game was really close, and I was expecting it to be pretty rough from that point, but we take it 3-1. Game 1 was pretty close, and then I felt very confident about game 2, 3, and 4.
We're gonna catch up with Barrett on voice chat now.
All right, we're gonna hop in a call. I'm gonna pull up Emileigh's chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. GG.
Yes, that went a lot better than I expected. Honestly, I was so scared of.
No, why? You first of all, it was like, not taking away anything from your choices. I loved that stored power Swoobat. That was amazing. And what else? I mean, the Earthquake was like a wonderful choice, obviously, to like put Earthquake on everyone that learns it.
Yes.
Because everybody's going to be immune to it. And I guess I should have anticipated kind of like intimidating you more, like lowering your attack more, or heightening my defenses more, because like obviously Earthquake was going to be a factor, and I didn't really like have any way to defend myself. But it was always going to be an uphill battle with the type matchup. And the more I looked at my options, the more I realized that every viable Pokemon only got justified. You know, like you said, we had the Swift Swim option, we had the Trick Room option maybe, and Trick Room might have been valuable, but I think that overall you just would have overpowered me with the way that you built your team.
I did actually bring a counter to Trick Room as well.
Yeah.
My Crobat has Taunt, so it is very fast.
Nice.
So
yeah. Very good. Yeah, your every choice that you made on that team was super creative and really fun. I would love to roll for different types and try again and have kind of like a more neutral matchup.
Yeah,
because I was having trouble for sure, like coming up with like a way to, you know, not just get wrecked, but we got a win, so I can't say that it was completely, you know,
yeah,
close.
Yeah, it went pretty well. I think the one thing about your team was that it revolved around like one strategy, and like once I was able to just kind of figure that out, I was like, well, I just send my Intimidators out first every time because there's no like punish to that on your end.
For sure. No, there was really nothing that and maybe if I were more creative, or maybe if I was just a better player, I would come up with something. But with the list of Pokemon that I had, you should count how many justified Pokemon are on that list. And like, you know, honestly, it's like insane. And like all of the most powerful Pokemon are justified. So I mean, I don't know, like, again, if I had been maybe more creative or spent more time on it or something, then I could have maybe come up with something, but I didn't because, you know, I couldn't think of anything else. And yeah, you're right. Like once a team just revolves around one strat, like you, especially with a double Intimidate start, like that's awesome with Salamence and Gyarados with the double Intimidate. That was so fun.
Yeah, I was scared of, I think there is a fighting type that gets Defiant. Is it Defiant? The one that does double boost attack.
For sure. Galarian Zapdos, maybe. Honestly, I was more scared. The thing that I was anticipating more than what you did was Fairy, because there are so many Pokemon on my list that are 4 times weak to Fairy. So I was anticipating that you were going to like lean more heavily into the Fairy. And when you brought a Togekiss, I thought it was going to be an offensive Togekiss, but then it just set a screen. And I was like, oh, like I thought it was going to like come out with like Dazzling Gleam, like the high offense kind of thing.
Right.
So most of the things that I considered in like defending myself were against Fairy.
Can I admit something quickly?
Yeah.
So I didn't play much Pokemon after they introduced Fairy. I didn't know Fairy was super effective against fighting.
Yeah, I guess that's why. I just looked at your list. I was looking at your list and I was looking at my list and I was like, there's no way he doesn't like bring every fairy type on this list because it's like it is the most effective against all of what I have. And that's why I leaned into the steel typing, like with Lucario and Cobalion and stuff, because I was just like, I need to negate that fairy weakness.
Right.
So yeah, so like I had a completely different idea about like kind of what you were gonna bring, and you ended up being like it was just completely different than what I thought. So, you know, that was definitely a factor. But like another factor was also that I should have anticipated the Intimidate option, like for, you know, justified beat up stuff. Even though that was my most obvious option, like was the justified beat up stuff, and I kind of just went for it because there was so much available to me. But like next time I could definitely, you know, think about, you know, my defense. But you did so well, bro. That was awesome. I can't wait to see the YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I got this. No, the Swoobat KO on your Cobalion as well.
I loved it. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is like almost embarrassed. I didn't even fully realize that Swoobat could be that powerful in life.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it would get absolutely wrecked in like current VGC. Like
For
just
sure.
completely, like it wouldn't be able to do anything. It would get shut down so easily. But
For sure.
in this format, I was like, wait a minute, because
So
it was Nasty Plot with Focus Sash, and then I looked at it a bit more, and I was like, wait a minute, like I could like Endure is a move nobody expects.
Right. Which, you know, ultimately you didn't end up needing, but yes, like that.
Yeah,
could have been
I pressed it once and it lived anyway.
Right.
Which, oh, actually, that's another thing as well. Because I looked at the fighting types, I was really like fingers crossed, hoping you weren't going to bring a bunch of special attackers with you, because all my EVs are defense, like pretty much across the board.
I even said out loud, I was like, what are the EV investment on this? And in my head I was like, oh my god, he really invested in defense on his EVs, because this is bad. Like this is not doing enough damage at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I was taking a lot of hits where I was like, wait a minute, like that should have done more damage, right? Like
Yeah,
surely.
for sure. I was thinking the same thing the whole time. I was like, oh my god, wow, that really just didn't do any damage at all. Why? So you did great on like your EV investment and like just overall team build and everything. That was awesome. And it definitely inspired me to like do more mono type like things. So like I'm probably gonna like throw it out there and like ask, you know, some of my peepos if they would like to do a monotype situation like this.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it in a friend's Discord, and there's a couple people in my chat, and one of them like immediately was like, "Yo, I want to do this," and made a team in like 2 days, and like I haven't even started mine yet. So
yeah, what's your next type matchup, Barrett?
I'm poisoned. They're normal.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, which I think actually is going to be an interesting one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Poison normal.
I do think there maybe should be like a house rule of like re-rolling if it's like a super effective on one side or the other, but I don't know. Like, I am kind of curious. I mean, I guess like the other thing is fighting is almost all regular attacks, so
yeah,
I can just be like,
fighting is mostly physical. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can just be like, I'm just gonna put defense EVs on everything, and I'm just gonna take a quick look at this list. So
yeah, please do.
There's actually like 3 Pokemon here that have Defiant. So I think that is like a thing. I mean, this is definitely something. If I ever roll fighting, I'm definitely gonna bring a Defiant or like a Pokemon that potentially has Defiant, just so my opponent can't just intimidate everything down.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, at least they have to consider it.
Yeah.
So which 3 fighting on the list are Defiant?
So Zapdos, Galarian, obviously.
Yeah.
Passimian? I've never heard of that one.
Oh, Passimian. Yeah, I looked at that, but Passimian's not great defensively that I remember. So I was pretty intimidated to use it. But let's see.
Phalanx is the last one.
Right, and Phalanx can be cool and fun, and I knew that Phalanx had Defiant because that's a +1 did an entire like feature on Phalanx and has a team featuring Phalanx, and it can be really cool. but I was scared of the fairy, and let's look at why, because I looked into the stats of all of them. Yeah, because defensively Phalanx is like real bad, like special defense, 60. I guess physical defense. He has 100 physical defense, which is definitely not bad, but I was still really scared of a special Togekiss.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and like my Togekiss build was very strange as well, which.
Yeah, I was really thinking that you were gonna bring a hyper offense Togekiss, but yeah, I just anticipated the wrong things, or things that could have happened, not necessarily wrong, but just not what you did.
Yeah, I definitely brought very off the cuff things
yes.
that you would never, if you like. I mean, I'm just going to assume like a lot of your experience is VGC.
Yes, all of it. Literally all of it.
Yeah, like nobody is ever going to have experience fighting a Swoobat with Simple. Unless you play.
Really didn't. And then when it happened, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I vaguely remember that could be a thing. Like, but I've never come up against it. I've never like used it. So it was just kind of like, wow, big surprise.
Yeah, because so I mean, one thing I was saying, so like to get all the stuff I needed for getting the team ready, I had to do Battle Terror, and like I hadn't really done it that much before.
So I'm glad that we did doubles. I'm glad you were willing to do doubles because I had like no experience. And,
I definitely am enjoying doubles a lot more. Especially, I mean, okay, so I won this, so maybe I'm just a bit biased right now, like recency bias or whatever, but this was a lot more fun than playing VGC from like
yeah, I also same my friend. Like I really haven't been into playing VGC at all, especially ladder, but because it's just so discouraging, like with kind of how you have to play in order to like whatever. And even though like technically this was like a type disadvantage, I still think that I had way more fun trying to like play, like figure out what to do against your team than I have had in VGC for months and months.
Right.
Totally agreed. Absolutely. But but once the new gen comes out, I think it'll be a good reset for everyone. Kind of different rules, different mechanics, and we'll have a good time.
This is a ton of fun.
Yes, absolutely, friend.
I want to thank you as well. So I'd reached out to a different person way earlier in the year. We're doing a monobattle where it's like they're ground and I'm steel, but they had some personal stuff come up, and I was like, well, I really want to do this. Who do I know that is also frustrated with VGC and likes playing Pokemon? So.
Yeah. Well, I'm super grateful you reached out to me, and you are so welcome. This was super fun. And I'm sure we'll do it again once you've made your rounds and like had other people come in and other guests and stuff. I would be super down to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the fact that like because we roll types and get a bit of time, like we actually have time to like do some planning and some thinking and.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, good luck with your flat cleaning. That is such a UK way to say that. I would have said apartment. But yeah, different time zones, so it's a little bit later for our friend over there. Good luck with your cleaning, and I will talk to you very soon, friend.
Yeah.